So the weekend started off bizarrely. So finished work at like 5:30, and I can tell that they finally realised I'm not an undercover boss because they let me sit in the back. We got out the back of the van and he told me to get on with him, and I knew he was inviting me to the barbecue. And he told me his family were going to be there, so I was kind of thinking, oh, a few drinks in the back of like his house. So we got changed, and then we went down to the river by the MRT bridge, and it started raining, and I was like, oh, where's your friends? And he pointed underneath the bridge, and I like crouched down, and they were all just sat underneath this motorway bridge with all this like spread. So we went under, and they were really nice, and I found out it wasn't by family he means family that go to the church with him. So once the evening got going, there was loads of food, some more guys came, and in the end there was like 10 of us all sat around on these mats. Like, it was all great, and we were all eating food, and I could tell that like religion was a massive part to them. Then they got out the guitar and they were doing all these hymns and they were doing these prayers. They were all discussing how lucky they are and thanking God for the opportunities they've been given. And then we went home, we slept, and then the next day I woke up, washed my clothes, and we went on this mad bike ride. And he took me to this Thai village, the Thai like shopping place, and it was on Crawford Road, and he took me to get food, and he paid for all my lunch, everything. Carried on cycling, and it was 1 o'clock, so we went down to the church, and when we got to the church, everyone was really welcoming again. And once that had all passed, we got to the interview, and we were lucky enough to get a translator.
ตอนแรกเรามีสำเร็จเรื่องเดียวก็คือว่าตอนเราเข้ามาในสิงคโปร์เราก็อยากได้ธุรกิจ
He used to have his own sugarcane plant, workers working for him, lost it all, had to come over here, had to rebuild, managed to put his kids through education, which was his #1 goal, he said, and then his second now is to do with setting up his own sort of ministry. And obviously it means so much to him. I didn't understand it, and then when I said, how did you keep so close then to your kids? He said, I didn't used to be religious, it was my daughter and my son that introduced me to it more properly, because my daughter works in a church, and it's through this faith that we've stayed connected. And suddenly you can understand why someone who doesn't appear to have anything really has such faith, because it's the one thing that's kept his family together for 16 years. So it's like a really humbling experience the whole 2 weeks, and especially as this guy like looked after me so well. So absolute legend.